Imagine you're sitting in a warm living room, holding a familiar storybook. Your grandchild listens intently, eyes sparkling with excitement. You read each line slowly, your voice calm and steady. But in an instant, the unimaginable happens. Your tongue feels heavy, the words vanish. Your arm can no longer lift the book. Your grandchild looks at you, confused. "Grandpa, what's wrong?" Your heart sinks, but no words come out. That is the nightmare called stroke. It strikes suddenly, without warning, often in the most peaceful moments. What's even more frightening is this: many people believe they are safe. They exercise regularly, eat healthy, and maintain a disciplined lifestyle. Yet stroke still finds them. I've seen hundreds of such patients in my clinic, seniors, who thought avoiding alcohol, eating plenty of vegetables, and drinking enough water was enough to lock the door against stroke. The truth is, after age 60 or 70, the body changes in ways we often underestimate. And the first part of the body to send warning signals is not the brain, not even the heart, it's the legs. Have you noticed that after 50, your hands may still be nimble, able to write, drive, hold things, but your legs begin to slow? Climbing stairs feels heavier. Walking a short distance makes you want to rest. That's not just normal aging. That is sarcopenia, the gradual loss of muscle mass and strength that comes with age. And it usually attacks the legs first, because they bear your entire body weight and work the hardest in every small movement. When leg muscles weaken, the risk of stroke rises because muscles, blood circulation, and brain health are deeply connected. Remember, a simple fall can be the last straw. Weak legs, hip fracture, forced bed rest, blood clots in the veins, clots travel to the brain. Stroke. I've witnessed this chain of events many times. The downward spiral from weak legs to stroke happens faster than you think. So why does this happen, even when we try to live healthily? There are several key reasons. First, aging itself. The body absorbs less protein and minerals as we get older. Foods that once fueled you at 30 may no longer feed your muscles at 60. Many seniors eat plenty of fruits and vegetables, but still lose muscle strength because of missing vital nutrients they didn't realize they lacked. Second, medication. Almost every senior takes at least one prescription: diuretics, blood pressure meds, blood thinners, diabetes drugs. While life-saving, these can quietly drain potassium, magnesium, and vitamins. You may take your meds faithfully, but without replenishment, your muscles still weaken, cramps set in, and circulation falters. Third, overcorrecting or sudden diet changes. Some patients, after reading an article or hearing advice, suddenly cut all fats, eat excessive greens, or drink liters of lemon water daily. Such abrupt shifts disrupt electrolyte balance, making blood unusually thick or thin, raising clotting risks or dropping blood pressure overnight. What seemed healthy can actually backfire. Fourth, nighttime effects. Do you know why so many strokes strike during sleep? At night, blood pressure naturally dips, hormones shift, and the body loses fluid. Blood thickens, circulation slows. If your legs are already weak and circulation is poor, clots in the lower limbs can silently form and travel to the brain while you sleep. That's why we must rethink. Strong legs aren't just about walking steadily. They are your shield against stroke. True health isn't just a steady heartbeat or sharp memory. It's also strong legs that carry and protect everything else. The good news: the body always has the power to rebuild, at any age. Muscles don't care how old you are. They only care about the fuel and care you provide. And nature has already given us the golden keys, familiar, accessible foods that can restore leg strength, boost circulation, and protect the brain. In the next part, we'll uncover each of these puzzle pieces, from humble greens packed with hidden strength, to crimson roots that open blood flow, to everyday breakfast foods that quietly rebuild muscle. Each food is a small but steady step toward reclaiming confidence in your stride, and beyond that, safeguarding your memory, independence, and peace of life. Think back to a familiar morning. You step out of bed, and suddenly your legs feel heavy, as if someone tied weights to your ankles. You shrug it off, thinking, "I'm just getting old, it's normal." But the truth is different. That heaviness, the night cramps, the dizziness when standing up, these aren't simply signs of age. They often come from hidden deficiencies of key minerals and vitamins your muscles, especially your leg muscles, need to function. And among the silent heroes that can refill those gaps, spinach stands out as one of the most powerful. Muscles, like car engines, need electricity to start and run. That electricity doesn't come from an outlet, it comes from magnesium and potassium, two minerals that act as biological currents. Without magnesium, your muscles don't receive the right signals from your nerves. That's why your legs may twitch, cramp at night, or feel restless. Without potassium, your muscle cells can't maintain the charge they need to contract smoothly, leaving you weak and out of breath after just a short walk. Spinach is like a backup battery, packed with both magnesium and potassium to recharge your legs each day. But spinach goes further. Think about iron, the key that allows red blood cells to carry oxygen. Without enough iron, muscles, especially large ones like your thighs and calves, are like engines starved of fuel. A few steps feel exhausting. A short staircase leaves you winded. Spinach provides gentle, natural iron that helps red blood cells deliver oxygen to every fiber, making your legs feel lighter and stronger. There's another overlooked nutrient, vitamin K. We often hear about vitamin D and calcium for bones, but bones only become truly strong when vitamin K guides calcium to the right places. Without it, calcium can end up in the wrong spots, leaving bones brittle instead of solid. Spinach is one of the richest sources of vitamin K, helping to anchor calcium where it belongs, fortifying the very frame that holds you up. And let's not forget inflammation, the silent saboteur of aging. It doesn't always cause fever, but it quietly eats away at muscles and joints, making knees ache after a short walk, calves throb after standing too long. Spinach brings vitamin C, flavonoids, and carotenoids, powerful antioxidants that extinguish this hidden fire, protecting muscles and joints from slow decay. Think of spinach as a team of firefighters stationed inside your body, keeping silent damage at bay. So how do you know you're lacking these nutrients? The signs are already there. Frequent night cramps, legs that feel heavy in the morning, aching knees on inclines, or restless legs after sitting too long. These aren't just aging. They're SOS signals from your body, asking for magnesium, potassium, iron, vitamin K, and antioxidants, all abundantly found in spinach. The danger is when people dismiss these signals as normal, allowing deficiencies to build up over years. Eventually, weak legs lead to falls, fractures, or loss of balance. And from there, the risk of stroke skyrockets. One nutrient-poor meal may not matter, but years of shortages are enough to turn once strong legs into shaky ones that need a cane. So how much spinach do you need? The good news, not mountains of it. Just 1 cup a day, about a handful, is enough to make a difference. What matters isn't a huge dose once in a while, but steady, consistent intake. A handful a day, over time, rebuilds what years of deficits have taken away. Spinach is also easy to fit into daily meals. In the morning, toss a handful into a smoothie. You'll barely taste it. At lunch, saute it quickly with garlic and olive oil. At dinner, add it to soups, omelettes, or swap it into your salad instead of iceberg lettuce. Spread it throughout the day so your body absorbs it evenly. One important note: if you're taking blood thinners like warfarin, the vitamin K in spinach can interact with your medication. That doesn't mean you should avoid it completely. It means you should keep your intake consistent and let your doctor know so they can adjust your dosage. Stability is the key, not sudden changes. When spinach becomes a habit, the magic builds slowly. Within weeks, you may notice night cramps fading. Your steps feel lighter, balance steadier. Afternoon walks stretch a little farther. Stair climbs a little easier. And best of all, confidence returns. You no longer fear standing up from a chair or stepping outside, worried about falling. Think of spinach as a silent charger. It's not flashy, not expensive, just humble green leaves. But each leaf is a fragment of energy, a brick to rebuild muscle, a shield against inflammation. Eating spinach won't rewind the clock to your 20s, but it will give today's legs the strength to carry you through tomorrow, whether that's shopping, walking in the park, or reading to your grandchild without fear of weakness interrupting the... Have you ever noticed your legs suddenly run out of steam by the afternoon? In the morning, you may walk with ease, but by evening, just a few steps up the stairs leave you breathless, and sitting down, your legs tremble slightly. Many assume this is just old age or a weak heart, but the truth is simpler. Your legs may simply be out of fuel. Muscles, especially the large groups in your thighs, hips, and calves, rely on a type of stored fuel called glycogen, which comes from carbohydrates. But not all carbs are equal. Eat too many pastries, and your body gets a sugar flood, energy spikes, then crashes, leaving your legs weaker. On the other hand, if you cut carbs completely out of fear of weight gain, your muscles lose their main energy source, and every step feels like dragging an empty tank. That's where sweet potatoes come in as the perfect solution. Unlike refined carbs, sweet potatoes provide complex carbohydrates. Instead of a quick burst that fizzles, they release energy slowly and steadily. It's like filling your car with premium fuel that keeps the engine running smoothly all day instead of sputtering from an empty tank. Sweet potatoes are also rich in fiber, which slows sugar absorption and keeps energy levels stable. That's why people who eat them often feel full longer without the midday crash. For your legs, that means steady power to walk farther, stand stronger, and avoid the fatigue that comes after just a few steps. But energy isn't the only gift here. Sweet potatoes are packed with potassium, an essential electrolyte that keeps muscles contracting smoothly. Without enough potassium, your legs cramp, spasm, or shake. Maybe you've woken in the night with a sudden calf cramp, so painful it jolts you out of bed. That's your body's alarm for low potassium. Just one medium sweet potato can cover 15 to 20% of your daily potassium needs, helping keep those painful cramps at bay. They also carry vitamin C and beta-carotene, powerful antioxidants that protect muscles from oxidative stress. Think of every movement as creating thousands of tiny sparks inside your muscle fibers. Left unchecked, those sparks cause inflammation and wear down tissue. Vitamin C and beta-carotene act like firefighters, putting out the flames so muscles stay strong. Meanwhile, B vitamins in sweet potatoes optimize how your body converts food into energy, making every drop of fuel work more efficiently. The beauty of sweet potatoes is how easy they are to add to your meals. In the morning, swap a pastry for a boiled sweet potato. It keeps you full without the sugar crash. At lunch, roast them with olive oil and cinnamon for a naturally sweet, nutritious side. At dinner, mash them alongside fish and greens for a light but nourishing plate. Simple, comforting, and far gentler on your body than heavy starches. Of course, there are cautions. If you have diabetes, you can still enjoy sweet potatoes, but you should count them into your daily carb total and pair them with protein or vegetables to avoid sharp sugar spikes. And like any food, the secret is consistency, not excess. A 1/2 to 1 medium sweet potato, 3 to 5 times a week, is plenty to refuel your muscles. I often tell my patients, sweet potatoes aren't for filling you up, they're for fueling you right. Think of it as topping off the tank regularly rather than overfilling it once. That steady refueling keeps your body running smoothly. Picture this. 1 month from now, after swapping your morning pastry for a sweet potato, your steps feel lighter. By afternoon, you still have enough stamina for the stairs. Those painful night cramps fade away. It's not magic. It's just your body finally receiving the right kind of fuel. Sweet potatoes are a humble yet powerful gift from nature. Not exotic, not expensive, but filled with the secret to keeping your legs strong. Every sweet potato you eat today is an investment in your independence tomorrow. And sometimes it's the simplest foods that provide the strongest foundation for lasting health. Have you ever noticed your feet turn icy cold, even while the rest of your body feels warm? Or maybe after just a short walk, your legs start tingling, heavy as if weighed down with lead. These sensations are not just normal aging. They are often a signal of poor circulation. When blood struggles to reach your legs, your muscles don't get enough oxygen and nutrients, and every step becomes harder than it should be. This is where beets step in as nature's highway builders for your blood. Inside, every beet is a treasure. Nitrates. Once inside your body, nitrates turn into nitric oxide. No, a molecule with a remarkable talent. It relaxes and widens blood vessels. Picture your arteries like narrow, congested roads. Nitric oxide acts like a construction crew, widening the lanes, allowing your blood to flow freely again. With better circulation, oxygen and nutrients finally reach your legs, giving them the fuel they've been begging for. For older adults, this is critical. As we age, blood vessels stiffen like rusty pipes, flow slows, legs tire easily, feet go numb, and some people even describe the sensation as, "My legs don't feel like my own anymore." Adding beets to the diet can feel like flipping a switch. Blood starts moving, legs feel lighter, and walking becomes steadier. But nitric oxide is just the beginning. Beets are also rich in iron and folate. Iron is essential for hemoglobin, the protein in red blood cells that carries oxygen. Folate helps build new blood cells. Together, they don't just open the highway, They add more trucks carrying oxygen where it's needed. For your legs, that means more strength, less fatigue, and better endurance. Beets also contain betalains, powerful antioxidants, and anti-inflammatory compounds. They act like maintenance workers, repairing and protecting the delicate lining of your blood vessels. Without this protection, inflammation and stiffness set in, leading to swelling, blockages, or blood pooling in your legs. By regularly eating beets, you're essentially maintaining the pipes, ensuring your circulatory system works smoothly. So how do you know if your body is asking for beets? Look for the warning signs: cold feet, pins and needles sensations after walking, or legs that feel heavy in the afternoon. These are your body's cries for help. Ignored long enough, poor circulation can shrink leg muscles, reduce balance, and increase fall risk. More dangerously, it can lead to blood clots that break loose and cause a stroke. How much beet is enough? You don't need gallons of beet juice. Just one medium beet, 3 to 5 times per week, is enough to make a difference. Roast them with olive oil and sea salt for a naturally sweet side dish. Blend them into juice with apple or ginger to mask their earthy taste. Toss diced beets into salads or soups. The key isn't volume, it's consistency. There are a few cautions. If you have low blood pressure, monitor carefully, since beet nitrates can lower it further. People with kidney stones should also check with their doctor, since beets contain oxalates that may worsen the condition. And if you buy beet juice, stick to pure, unsweetened varieties. Skip the bottled versions loaded with sugar. The payoff comes quickly. Within weeks of adding beets to your meals, you may notice lighter legs, less tingling, and warmer feet. Walks that once left you drained now feel manageable. Stairs no longer intimidate you. This isn't magic, it's science. Better blood flow, stronger oxygen delivery, healthier muscles. Think of beets as your traffic engineers. They widen the lanes, smooth the flow, and keep oxygen moving where it's needed most. Every beet you eat today is like paving another mile of open highway for tomorrow, so you don't just walk farther, you walk with confidence. Picture your muscles as an orchestra, sitting quietly in a concert hall. Every instrument is there, but without a conductor, no music begins. That's exactly what happens to your legs after age 60. The muscles are still present, but their ability to rebuild and recover slows down. And leucine, a special amino acid found in eggs, is the conductor that taps the baton and brings the music to life. Our bodies need protein to repair and rebuild muscle. But with age, the body becomes less efficient at using protein, a phenomenon scientists call anabolic resistance. In other words, you can eat enough fish or chicken, but the switch that turns on muscle building often fails to activate. Eggs solve this problem. They don't just provide complete protein, they supply a rich dose of leucine, the very key that flips the muscle-building switch back on. A single egg contains about 6 to 7 grams of high-quality protein. But its real power isn't in the number, it's in the balance. Eggs contain all 9 essential amino acids, the full set of building blocks your body can't make on its own. Imagine trying to rebuild a wall. If you're missing a few bricks, the wall stays weak. Eggs give you the complete toolkit, allowing your legs to repair and grow without gaps. And protein is only part of the story. Eggs are also one of the few natural food sources of vitamin D. This vitamin helps your body absorb calcium, keeping bones strong. Muscles alone can't hold you steady if your skeleton is fragile. Strong legs require both strong muscles and strong bones, and eggs provide a bridge between the two. Then there's choline, a quiet but crucial nutrient found in the yolk. Choline ensures that signals from your brain reach your muscles quickly and clearly. Without it, those signals become fuzzy, leaving your legs slow to respond, balance unsteady, and falls more likely. Eating eggs helps your nervous system and muscles communicate smoothly, like a clear phone line without static. You may have already felt the signs of not getting enough protein and nutrients, taking longer to stand up, legs trembling on stairs, or feeling drained after just a short walk. These aren't just normal aging. They're your body's way of saying it's running out of raw materials to repair muscle. Left unchecked, this leads to muscle loss, weaker legs, and a higher risk of relying on canes or wheelchairs. The good news: you don't need complicated meals to change this. Just 1 or 2 eggs in the morning can send the wake-up call your muscles need. Research shows that older adults who include eggs at breakfast maintain muscle strength better and are less likely to lose balance compared to those who rely on pastries or plain porridge. And it doesn't have to be boring, boiled, scrambled with olive oil, or folded into an omelette with vegetables. Eggs fit into almost any routine. Of course, there are a few considerations. If you have cholesterol concerns or gallbladder issues, talk with your doctor about the right portion size. But for most healthy seniors, 1 to 2 eggs per day is safe and beneficial. And please don't throw away the yolk. That's where the vitamin D, choline, and much of the nutrition live. Avoiding it means losing the best part. Now, imagine this. Instead of rushing through the morning with just coffee, you add 2 eggs to your breakfast. Within weeks, you notice standing up feels easier, legs don't wobble as much, and walking leaves you less tired. These changes don't happen overnight. They come from steady, daily nourishment, like a symphony gradually building to its full, powerful sound. Eggs are humble, found in nearly every kitchen. But their simplicity hides extraordinary strength. Every egg you eat is like a musical note waking your sleeping muscles. And when those notes come together, day after day, your legs regain their strength, stability, and confidence, ready to carry you wherever life leads. Have you ever wondered why your legs keep getting weaker, even though you eat plenty of meat, fish, and vegetables? Many of my patients ask me the same question. Doctor, I eat well, but why do I feel tired and need to rest after just a short walk? The answer lies in something most people overlook. It's not just what you eat, it's whether your body can actually absorb it. For strong legs, your muscles need raw materials, protein, calcium, magnesium, vitamin D. But all of these nutrients must pass through one critical processing plant, your gut. If your gut is inflamed, out of balance, or absorbing poorly, then no matter how much you eat, your body ends up in a hidden state of malnutrition. That's where Greek yogurt steps in as the quiet mechanic that repairs your digestive system so nutrients actually reach your muscles. The first standout feature of Greek yogurt is its high protein content, about twice that of regular yogurt, with 15-20 grams per serving. And this isn't just any protein. It's complete protein, packed with all the essential amino acids your body needs to rebuild muscle. Each serving is like handing your legs the highest quality bricks to rebuild fibers worn down by years of use. But here's the hidden advantage few foods can match. Probiotics live, beneficial bacteria. Think of your gut as farmland. If weeds take over, crops can't grow. Probiotics are like dedicated farmers who clear the weeds, enrich the soil, and keep the environment fertile. When your gut flora is balanced, your absorption of protein, calcium, and vitamin D improves dramatically. That means with the same meal, your legs receive more nutrition, simply because your gut works better. Beyond protein and probiotics, Greek yogurt is a rich source of calcium, with one serving, supplying about 20% of your daily need. Paired with vitamin D from eggs, sunlight, or supplements, calcium locks into your bones, keeping the foundation of your legs strong against osteoporosis. And let's not forget potassium, which helps prevent cramps and keeps your muscles contracting smoothly. You may recognize the signs of poor absorption, eating enough, but still feeling weak, getting tired quickly after walking, or unexplained muscle soreness. These are your body's SOS signals. Food is entering, but it's not reaching its destination. Greek yogurt helps restore that flow. The real danger of ignoring this problem is cumulative weakness. Many people assume they just need to eat more. But if your gut can't absorb, eating more only leads to bloating, discomfort, or even inflammation. Meanwhile, muscles stay underfed, bones stay fragile, and the gut carries a heavier burden. It's a vicious cycle that gradually steals your strength. The solution is surprisingly simple. 1 cup of Greek yogurt per day. In the morning, pair it with a few berries and a sprinkle of cinnamon. In the afternoon, after a walk, let it be your recovery fuel. Or swap it for an afternoon pastry. It satisfies hunger without spiking blood sugar. Small changes like this can transform the way your body feels and functions. Of course, there are a few notes of caution. If you're lactose intolerant, start small or choose lactose-free, unsweetened versions. Always pick plain Greek yogurt without added sugar or flavorings, so it remains a health booster rather than a hidden sugar trap. And if you have significant digestive issues, check with your doctor for tailored advice. With just a few weeks of consistency, you'll notice the difference. Less heaviness, calmer digestion, stronger legs after walks. The trembling when you stand up begins to fade. That's your gut and your muscles finally working in harmony again. Greek yogurt is proof that simple foods can be profoundly powerful. A common, affordable staple, yet one that repairs at the root, from gut health to muscle strength, from bones to nerves. Think of it as the quiet mechanic of your body, never flashy, but always keeping the engine running smoothly. And when your gut and muscles work together, your legs will carry you farther, steadier, and more confidently through the journey of aging. Have you ever heard an old door creak because it hasn't been oiled for a long time? Our blood vessels and nervous system are quite similar. As the years go by, the vessel walls grow stiff and nerve signals slow down. The result? Blood struggles to flow down to your legs, sometimes leaving you with tingling, heaviness, or numbness. Thankfully, nature has given us the perfect oil to keep things running smoothly: walnuts. What makes walnuts so powerful is their rich supply of plant-based omega-3s. These healthy fats act like a protective coating, keeping blood vessels supple, elastic, and resistant to the silent inflammation that chips away at our health with age. Imagine your blood vessels as water pipes. If they dry out and collect residue, water flow slows, but if the pipes are coated with oil, the water runs smoothly. Omega-3s in walnuts are that oil, helping blood move freely down to your legs, delivering oxygen and nutrients to muscles that need them. And it doesn't stop there. Omega-3s also nourish nerve cells, sharpening the signals that travel from your brain to your muscles. Without them, reactions can feel sluggish. Your brain wants to move, but your legs hesitate. By eating walnuts regularly, you're essentially oiling the wiring of your nervous system, ensuring your steps respond quickly and precisely. You can often spot the signs of omega-3 deficiency: dry skin, low-grade inflammation that lingers, or legs that feel unusually fatigued even without much activity. Left unchecked, chronic inflammation quietly damages vessel walls, leading to high blood pressure, poor circulation, and ultimately making your legs weaker and less reliable. The good news? You don't need a lot. Just a small handful of walnuts a day, about 20 to 30 grams, is enough to make a difference. Eat them plain, sprinkle them over a spinach salad, or add them to an afternoon bowl of Greek yogurt. Each walnut, though small, is packed with energy and nutrients that lubricate your circulatory system from the inside out. Of course, a little caution goes a long way. Walnuts are calorie-dense, so eating too many can lead to unwanted weight gain. Think of them as machine oil, just enough to keep things smooth, not an overflowing mess. And if you have nut allergies, check with your doctor before adding them to your diet. Try this habit for a month, and you may notice real changes: legs that feel lighter, less tingling, and more steady steps. It's not magic. It's simply omega-3s quietly caring for your vessels and nerves every day. Walnuts prove that sometimes just a handful a day can take your health a long way. Treat them as your body's maintenance crew, always working in the background to keep the machine running smoothly so your legs can carry you farther, steadier, and more confidently through life. There's a truth most people overlook. Weak legs aren't just about fading muscles. They're also about weakened circulation. If muscles are the engine, then blood is both the fuel and the oil that keeps everything running. Without steady flow, even the best engine rusts and falters. And past age 60, that flow often faces roadblocks: stiff arteries, narrowed vessels, thicker blood from dehydration or clotting issues. The result? Legs tire quickly, feel heavy, or even struggle just to stand for long. Think back to the last time you took a walk in the park. Maybe you started off fine, but within a few hundred yards, your feet felt weighed down, like carrying lead. Tingling, coldness, or calf pain crept in. That's your body saying, "I'm not getting enough blood." And if you listen closely, you'll realize circulation is the true key to strong, steady legs. Nitric oxide, the switch that opens blood flow. In recent years, science has highlighted a remarkable molecule, nitric oxide, NO. It acts like a master switch, signaling blood vessels to relax and widen, allowing blood to flow more freely. In youth, the body produces plenty of NO, but with age, production drops sharply. Imagine a highway that was once wide and open, but has now shrunk, forcing cars into a traffic jam. When NO falls, blood pressure rises, circulation to the legs weakens, and the brain also misses out on oxygen. This explains why many older adults complain of both weak legs and foggy thinking. Fortunately, nature has handed us a powerful, natural NO booster. Beets. Beets are naturally rich in nitrates. Once inside the body, nitrates convert into nitric oxide. In other words, Eating beets fuels your body's own factory, opening the highway for blood to reach your legs. The difference after just weeks, many patients don't believe a vegetable can change much. Yet within just 2 to 4 weeks, the difference becomes undeniable. One 72-year-old woman told me that before, she could barely last 10 minutes at the supermarket before needing to sit down. After drinking beet juice 3 times a week, she could walk for half an hour without her legs feeling heavy. Another gentleman who lived with cold feet year-round laughed as he shared, "Doc, I don't need to sleep with socks anymore." This isn't magic, it's circulation restored. When blood delivers oxygen and nutrients, muscles stop tiring after a few steps. When flow runs smoothly, the brain also sharpens, dizziness and lightheadedness ease, and energy returns. Beets as blood builders. Beets don't just widen vessels, they also enrich the blood itself. Packed with iron and folate, they help the body make strong red blood cells. Think of it this way. Nitric oxide widens the highway, while iron and folate increase the number of trucks carrying oxygen. That means not just broader roads, but more vehicles delivering fuel to every fiber of your muscles. Many older adults complain, "I get short of breath after just a few steps." Often, it's not just weak lungs, but poor red blood cell function. Beets address both circulation and oxygen delivery at the root. Shielding arteries from silent inflammation. Another hidden danger to circulation is chronic inflammation. When vessel walls are inflamed, they lose flexibility, crack more easily, and collect plaques that pave the way for clots. Beets, rich in betalain compounds, act like protective armor, calming inflammation and keeping arteries elastic. This quiet defense is crucial for keeping blood flowing freely. How to use beets effectively. You don't need to treat beets like a bitter pill. Think of them as a versatile food to enjoy. Roast with olive oil and balsamic vinegar for a sweet, earthy flavor. Juice them with apples, carrots, or ginger to mask the earthy taste. Toss into salads with oranges or walnuts for a refreshing crunch. If fresh beets aren't available, pure beet powder or unsweetened concentrate works, too. The secret is consistency. 1 serving and done won't help. But 3-5 times a week, over months, and the change becomes real. Key precautions. Beets are safe for most people. But there are caveats. Those with low blood pressure should monitor closely at first, as beets can lower it further. People with kidney stones should ask their doctor first, since beets contain oxalates. And don't panic if your urine turns pink, it's harmless, just beet pigments passing through. Beets more than a food, a circulatory therapy. At first glance, beets are just a humble red root, but inside, they hold the power of a natural circulatory therapy. They don't just push blood into your legs, they bring oxygen to your brain, ease blood pressure, and guard your heart. Sometimes, the biggest changes in health begin with the simplest foods. Picture this. Instead of needing a cane, you stroll through the park with steady steps. Instead of dreading the nightly chill in your feet. There's an unshakable rule in geriatric medicine. Muscles never stay the same. They're either building up or breaking down. If you don't feed and activate them, they quietly shrink day by day. And because your legs make up the largest share of muscle mass in the body, they're the first to show this decline. The good news, your body doesn't care about your age when it comes to rebuilding muscle. As long as it has the raw materials, the right timing, and the right environment, muscle can still regenerate even in your 70s and 80s. Protein, the building blocks for strong legs. Think of your muscles like a house. Every time you move, that house develops tiny cracks. Protein is the fresh brick to patch those cracks and even add new layers. Without enough protein, cracks multiply and the house collapses faster. That's why so many older adults, despite eating 3 meals a day, still lose muscle they lack quality protein. Here's what many don't realize. Older bodies need more protein than younger ones to spark muscle growth. At 30, a small serving might do the job. At 60 and beyond, you need about 50% more to get the same effect. But too often, seniors stick to light meals of rice, porridge, broth, or plain white rice, leaving their bodies in a state of muscle starvation. Ideal protein sources include fish, lean meats, eggs, and Greek yogurt foods that are protein-rich yet easy to digest. Eggs contain leucine, the amino acid switch that flips on muscle building. Greek yogurt provides both protein and probiotics, which improve nutrient absorption. Together, they give you both the bricks and the efficient construction crew. Timing, the overlooked secret. Many people pile all their protein into one meal, usually lunch or dinner. But the body can't use it all at once. The excess just goes to waste. The smarter approach is to spread protein evenly throughout the day. Picture this routine. Breakfast with 2 eggs and a serving of Greek yogurt. Lunch with salmon or chicken, and a light dinner of soup with beans or an omelette. That way, your muscles receive steady bricks all day long. Research on older adults confirms this. Those who spread protein across 3 meals maintained significantly more muscle than those who ate the same total protein, but concentrated it at dinner. Timing matters as much as amount. Sleep. The silent workshop. Did you know muscle growth happens most during sleep, not while you're exercising? Deep sleep is when growth hormone is released, the construction workers that take protein bricks and actually repair and rebuild muscle fibers. For many seniors, poor sleep isn't just tiring, it directly blocks muscle recovery. That's why sleep care is muscle care. A warm glass of milk, a boiled egg, or a small serving of Greek yogurt before bed provides fuel for overnight repair. Without quality sleep, even the best diet falls short. Water, the cement that holds it together. Muscles need more than bricks and workers, they need cement. Water is that cement. Yet many older adults drink too little, either to avoid nighttime bathroom trips, or simply because they don't feel thirsty. But dehydration thickens the blood, slows circulation, and starves muscles of nutrients. Even a 2 to 3% drop in body water can reduce muscle performance by 10–15%. Just a few missed glasses of water, and your legs feel weaker, heavier, and more prone to cramps. The solution isn't to gulp down a liter at once, it's to sip steadily throughout the day. Pair water with hydrating foods like cucumbers, oranges, or soups. That way, muscles always have the fluid cement they need. Signs: your muscles are starving. Your body often whispers before it shouts. Difficulty standing from a chair, shaky legs on the stairs, or frequent nighttime leg cramps aren't just aging. They're distress signals. I don't have enough protein or hydration. Ignoring them only accelerates muscle loss, falls, and loss of independence. Putting it into daily life. Here's what an ideal day might look like. Breakfast: 2 eggs with sautéed spinach. Lunch: grilled salmon with sweet potatoes. Afternoon snack: a cup of Greek yogurt topped with a handful of walnuts. Dinner: a light chicken and vegetable soup. Hydration: 6 to 8 glasses of water, spread evenly. Sleep. 7 to 8 hours of restful sleep, aided by reducing afternoon caffeine and keeping the bedroom calm and cool. Within weeks, you'll notice less fatigue, stronger steps, and fewer cramps. Within months, you'll rise from chairs with ease, climb stairs with confidence, and most importantly, trust your body again. Final takeaway. Muscles don't ask how old you are. They only ask, are you giving me the bricks, protein, the workers, deep sleep, the cement, water, and the right timing to use them? If your answer is yes, your legs will keep their strength, no matter your age. Remember, true strength isn't built only. My friend, after journeying together through spinach, the silent mineral charger, sweet potatoes, the steady fuel, beets, the highway for blood flow, and eggs, Greek yogurt, and walnuts, the bricks and lubricants for muscle, you've likely realized one important truth. Weak legs don't come simply from aging. They weaken when we neglect them, when we forget to nourish them with the simple gifts nature has already provided. I've met far too many patients who entered my clinic with eyes full of despair. Doctor, I'm weak now. There's no saving me. But just a few months later, after small daily changes, adding a handful of spinach, drinking a glass of beet juice, or starting their morning with eggs and Greek yogurt, their eyes lit up again. They didn't need to become bodybuilders. All they needed was to regain steady steps, climb stairs without trembling, and, most importantly, reclaim the belief that they still had control over their own lives. Legs are the very symbol of freedom. When your legs are strong, you can shop for groceries, visit friends, play with your grandchildren, or walk to the park to watch the sunset. But when they grow weak, your world shrinks to a room and a chair. The true strength of aging does not lie in how many medications you take. It lies in keeping your legs ready to carry you forward. My message is simple. Don't wait until you can no longer walk before caring for your legs. Don't wait for a fall or a sudden pain to wake you up. Every meal today is a chance to rebuild your foundation. Every glass of water, every hour of deep sleep is another brick added to the wall of resilience. Look at your plate and ask, is this meal strengthening my legs or slowly making them weaker? If you choose spinach over lifeless lettuce, sweet potatoes over sugary cakes, walnuts over fried snacks, you've already taken a powerful step toward protecting your independence. And finally, remember, your body is always listening to what you give it each day. It doesn't demand complexity. It only asks for consistency and a little love for yourself. Every step you take today, supported by the right nutrition and habits, becomes a firm step into a tomorrow full of freedom.